All right, I'll start off with a little piece of history. Oh, got restricted calls already. Ooh-wee. Rejected. All right. The Great Pyramid was over 50 stories high, like 51 and a half stories high when it was built. That's pretty big. It would take almost 5,000 years for us to build anything that tall or bigger, depending on how old you believe the Great Pyramids are, because that argument is still standing.
Hello?
Hey, Star, we're live.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Probably at around between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, would you be able to make a few conference calls with me?
Sure. What kind of call?
Well, I got to call the Dual County prosecutor, John Starkey, and I got to call the courts, and I got to call an attorney here in Colorado.
Okay.
Has there been any? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just trying to see what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm not really doing anything except really working, but for me, work is like just delivering stuff, so I could be on the phone.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I don't know. You guys are off by a couple hours, so it might be like 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock your time, I think. Wait, no, it would be, let's see, 9 to 11. Yeah, we're off by like 2 hours, I think. Yeah, those are pretty important phone calls. I was hoping you could explain what's going on to each of them as best you can. I also got to try to make a call to the public pretender's office in Larimer County.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to explain basically what's been going on this entire time and pretty much it, right? Explaining and trying to get help from them.
Yep, explain about all the situations with all the different officers, the different departments, explain how impossible it's been, and explain that it's been 4 years for me of trying to get help.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
The other thing is, I want to be able to go back and get my stuff without having to worry about the sheriff getting his nasty cockbeaters on me again. So I want that to be really the focus, the conversation while we're talking to the Dual County prosecutor. Also, there's the courts. I had to call him today. The guy I'm staying with, he's pretty busy with his own thing, so it's difficult for him to make time. As a result, he doesn't know shit about what's going on. I've been here a few days already. It'd be nice to have a sit down and inform him and show him all that, but you're a little better equipped to handle that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping you're able to get here quickly. The other thing is explain how expensive this is and how impossible it is, and that I am disabled. I mean, this is my disability money that's getting wasted because they're abusing me for my disabilities. Like, how much sense does that make? How is that okay?
I don't see at all. Yeah. We can definitely do that tomorrow so we can.
Yes, ma'am. And as far as court goes, I think I'm going to have to try to get a continuance if we're going to call the public pretender's office. I mean, that's pretty important, and I should wait until you get here. But I mean, that's a pretty important call.
Yeah. Um. Either way, though, I'm trying to leave on the 6th, the latest. I don't want to make you wait. At the same time, well, I don't know what. Well, the money's already cut, so I'm not really sure if it's there because last time I checked, it still said pending. I'm gonna check it right now that I just remembered.
All right. I'll check it again when the call's done and see what's going on. They're supposed to get a hold of me about that, but
yeah, it still says pending. So that's like the only thing that's really the problem is just the fact that we don't really have a way to get there if we don't get the money. But I'm gonna see about finding another way just so we don't have to sit around and wait.
It's pretty expensive already, and we haven't gotten much done, and we did a lot of running around. It's not from lack of effort. But yeah, the safety concerns need to be brought up. Like I can't just keep on getting victimized for trying to turn in my predators. This has been 4 years of this. I have everything that I need to take these people to court. The problem is that they won't let me. They keep using the mentally ill tag, kind of like Scott DaCosta and all them in Chapel. They're like, oh yeah, we're trying to help him, but then how did they talk to you? Like I was, what did you say, a lost cause, not worth helping? And they did that with a lot of people. They did that with Mandy Hughes. They did that with a lot of people who tried to call it in.
Yeah. There's a lot of that where they just pretend that they're concerned, that they actually care, that they want to help. But obviously, with everything that's been going on, you can see that they don't care at all, don't want to help. So the only way to really make anything happen is what we're doing now, is taking it to court.
Yep. And I try to explain to people, if I got to go in by myself, I'll get railroaded. Every judge in America knows that. Every officer in America knows that. Every public pretender, every district attorney, and every prosecutor knows that once you got a homeless person going through your room, that's a free charge, that's a free take, that's a free case, and that's free money in the bank. They trade cases like baseball cards. I go, we got this mother of 6. She got busted selling meth. She's just trying to get her kids back. That's a priority case. We'll try to win that one, and we'll trade 4 homeless people for that. Well, all right, sounds good. No such thing as justice.
Yeah, and then like a big messed up game.
Yep. Plus all these people that I got to turn in. It's all stuff that affected my case, but I have to bring up their problems each individually to some different office somewhere else. So I'm dealing with a whole bunch of different jurisdictions. I'm not allowed to talk about any of them anywhere, but they're all allowed to talk about me. They're allowed to put on my permanent record things that are untrue and things that I was forced to do.
Yeah.
Mm.
A lot, That's not even a lot of words I can really say about it. It's just everything that, I could say already has been said, but, like just me being involved with this little tiny bit, you've been going through this for years. I've only been involved with your stuff like, like not even 2 months yet.
Yep.
And it's already, I can really see, how much stuff it all is, all the things that you've been put through.
You see how expensive it is and how difficult it is, even with somebody there.
Yeah.
They
And the
treat
fact
me
that they've
worse
been
than
able to
it's
keep
just
this
me.
up for so long and with so many people, a lot of lives taken, thrown away, it's like it's nothing.
And it is nothing. We're just a number. Natalie wasn't just a number to me. Anna wasn't just a number to me. Ben wasn't just a number to me. These are all human beings. I didn't know Elijah McClain, but I dealt with those officers. I've been in contact with a few of Waylon Lolatai's other victims. Like, these calls are pretty important, and it's difficult to try to. I don't even know how to explain it. Just life sucks a lot, you know. Anyway, I'll probably call you in the morning and get that going. I'm gonna see what I can do with PayPal and try to get you paid up sooner. If you're busting your butt to try to get another way here, that'll work too, because that money will go through. And if they won't let it go through, it'll be back on my card and you'll be here so we can use it here.
Yeah.
I'll just pull it out at an ATM. So that's the thing with all this electronic stuff. It's not that I'm not trying, it's that it's all complicated. I don't know how to do none of it. And then when there is a complication, it's like, hey, we spent months trying to get this going, and then every step of the way, everything we try to do, the cops are stopping it. Like, yeah, that's 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 not okay. When a person is being abused, it shouldn't matter how they look or how rich they are. They're a human being.
Yeah.
Well, that's just my personal opinion. It may not amount to a hill of beans.
It's not one of things. So opinions aren't right or wrong, but I agree with your opinion.
Well, the difference between my opinion and fact is mostly whether or not people look at the evidence. There's a lot of stuff people keep calling opinion. I'm like, no, I was there, you weren't. I have evidence, you don't. That means that it's not a matter of opinion to anyone except for you, not you in specific, of course.
Yeah. Sure. Well,
I suppose I should probably let you go so I'm not using up too much of your time, but I did make a few phone calls already today, so it's not like I was doing nothing.
yeah.
All right.
Or you can say that you don't. Nobody can say that you weren't doing anything.
The court said that I wasn't. That's the thing, is that a lot of people, when I tell them what's been said, it's being said in court. That's why it matters. That's why I needed them in court. And then people are like, I never said that. I never said that. I didn't say that you said it. But a lot of people take it that way. And especially in texting, like, I don't get a chance to defend myself, and they're busy taking everything. Like, when you realize how many people took things so incredibly wrong, like, in obviously not what it is that I typed. Like, it makes sense to you why it is that I'm so paranoid about these idiots. It's not that I don't love them, it's that they're not very intelligent people, and that's really sucking for me. When you're dealing with somebody who's on drugs, they're not making the best decisions. They're not thinking the most intelligent. They're, you know.
Yeah. You know, people do take things personal, things that have nothing to do with them, but they want to get in full to the root. And it's not even about them. But, yeah.
Well, hopefully we can get some laws changed. It sucks having to break the law, but the thing is, I've been telling people, hey, I can prove to you that I tried everything that everybody's telling me to do. When you have the 400th person who's only been involved for 5 minutes because they watched it on a web sleuth group telling you, well, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Did you know they found Natalie's killer? Like, yes, I fucking knew it. The police called me on the 8th, and they didn't release it to the news until the 9th. I spoke up on the 8th. Obviously, yeah, I knew. But that's something that people who watch like Rob Gavigan's channel, they get the wrong idea. That's not my fault. That's not my decision, but it is a fact. Then when they're given all these ideas that they think are great ideas, like sure, they might be in better conditions. They might be under somebody else's conditions, but I don't live in those conditions.
Yeah.
I got somebody, one of them restricted callers calling me again. I don't know what it is with them just keeping on doing that. But I gave up on trying to hide my phone number because they keep on finding it anyway. The newest phone that I got, I can't remember the phone number on it, which is a good thing because that means I'm not giving it out to 30 people, one of which might be friggin' giving it out to everybody. And then there's some of the phone calls that I make, like Lynn Paul. She intentionally went out of her way to make sure that she said my phone number, and they all know my phone number. They all know it. They know that they don't have to ask me my number and that I am recording it, and that's why they asked me. It's because it presents a safety issue for me, and they know it. And that's something that's just not okay. She shouldn't be trying to help the sheriff. She should be just doing her job. And for me, having to go to a sheriff who I'm trying to turn in, being told by the state patrol that I have to go to that guy. Meanwhile, none of these guys have ever tried getting back to me about it. But I'm like, God, what is wrong with you guys? I'm not a piece of shit here. I'm a person.
Yeah.
Or at least I used to be before all of this. Now I'm not sure what I'm considered. Anyway, I'm going to let you go now. Thank you very much. I got like 17 minutes of your time used up. I don't want to use up any more unless it's necessary.
Yeah.
Be safe. Thank you, Star.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So with Star, there's a lot of people who I wasn't asking their personal information. I was trying to get help. People's favorite pastime is talking about themselves, though. With Star, I'd like to know more about her, but there's important stuff that, like the fact that I record it and she's got family, and there's going to be safety issues there if, well, that's not kept on the wraps. And I got to try to worry about everybody's safety in all of this. While people are only thinking about themselves, telling me that I'm selfish, I'm like, hey, I understand. I really do understand being afraid for your family. I'm going through some pretty serious stuff here. So it's nice to have somebody who's not afraid to be a witness. That's pretty important, in my personal opinion, anyway. I guess that really does all come down to who you believe and whatnot, but that comes down to how much evidence you can show. If you're not allowed to show any evidence, how can you defend yourself? Especially when your guilt is automatically assumed. I suppose I should cut off this video, huh? All right. Y'all be safe.